I'm watching you. Private eye.
Hello and welcome to Your Podcast, Veronica Mars. I'm woefully rusty with this, Joe.
And I'm Travis.
And today we are finally back from our extended hiatus. Longer than No, we came back on time. I just thought we were going to release more bonus episodes and then we didn't. But that's fine. We needed the break.
We are both 30-year-old people with full-time jobs. And
why are you attacking people right now? No one is upset.
I took a week off. I visited Joe. We didn't want to do
amazing.
Anything.
No, well, we didn't. But hopefully, you heard our interview with Amanda Norrit that we released last week, which was probably the highlight of that trip.
That and the South Park escape room.
Oh my god, that was so much fun.
But you're not here for that.
No,
We're here to talk about Veronica Mars.
Season 2,
do we still like
episode
Veronica Mars?
1, Normal is the Watchword. What? Did you... We do still like Veronica Mars.
So I'm just going to throw this out there and say this is a not great way to start a new season. I think it's very blah, especially when you're watching this. Like, okay, so I remember very much, like, the season ended, Lily Kane's murder was solved, and, like, you were, like, on a high. You wait, like, 4 months, and you come back, and it's, like, the most, like, dull, uninteresting episode, and then, like, the last, like, second is, like, oh, cool.
So, like, I will say, I know before this I've yelled and or spoken loudly that this is a great episode, and I might have to take that back. I think there are some rose-tinted glasses with this episode. Not bad at all.
It's not a bad episode.
It's not the best premiere.
But to say that the season 3 premiere ain't that great either.
Nope, that is a lie. That one I know I won't go back on because I go back to that episode a lot. And Welcome Wagon
I don't recall it enough.
The second best premiere just because the pilot is like the best episode of the series. But Welcome Wagon is such a good episode.
Okay, we're not talking about that.
22 more episodes. We'll get there. We did it once. We'll do it again.
So, Joe, why don't you give us the episode description before we start to drag this one?
Okay. So, iTunes tells us, after the summer fireworks caused by a dangerous confrontation with Lily Kane's murderer and a surprising visitor at her door, high school sleuth Veronica Mars attempts to settle into normal life, complete with a new after-school job and a return to the popular crowd at Neptune High. But she gets pulled back into the investigation business when her good friend Wallace is kicked off the basketball team for testing positive for drugs. Meanwhile, Veronica's private investigator father, Keith, meets with reporter Julie Chen to discuss his new book on the Lily Kane murder. Not done. Big murder, small town. Later, after seeing his father arrested for murder and being charged and tried for murder himself, troubled teen Logan Eccles seeks refuge from the paparazzi and relaxes poolside at the Casablanca's mansion with buddies Dick and Beaver and their sexy stepmother Kendall. Jesus fucking Christ, that went on forever.
I don't...
Okay, why was Julie Chen mentioned in this?
First of all, because Julie Chen is an icon.
No, she is not. She's married to, like, the worst human being ever.
Stand by your man.
What? Gross. They could both rot.
She was also only in it for, like, 30 seconds tops.
And it, like, it only seems more because they cut in the middle of it to, like, flashback and then came back to it. Like,
and also, the whole Logan... Okay, it just screams like, okay, we need to make sure Logan is mentioned in this description so people watch this episode. It's like the whole Beaver, Dick, and Kendall, like, pool scene is, like, a great scene, but it's not an important scene to the episode.
It's not even needing to be mentioned. They could have went with, like, dealing with the fallout from it. Like,
or they could have just talked about how Logan. I mean, yeah, the fallout.
Like, yeah,
Or
it would be the best thing. Like, they don't have to mention him and Veronica break up, but they could mention like a weird fissure between him and Duncan in there. Like,
I don't know.
Why not that? Why do we?
I'm excited to see where these episode descriptions go because they're just getting worse. I'm
Well,
gonna be
and
really honest with you.
They do. They don't even mention, like, after Kendall, they don't say like Charisma Carpenter on there either, which I find really rude.
What is she? Come on.
It's Charisma Carpenter.
I love Charisma Carpenter. Don't get me wrong, but she's not exactly name talent.
But I would put her name before fucking Julie Chen.
Julie Chen is name talent.
Ugh.
Big Brother. The whatever that other.
Yeah, you can't even name anything else. I could name Buffy and Angel, Veronica Mars,
Charms,
Supernatural, Charmed.
Expendables.
Wow, what the fuck has Julie Chen done? 1, 2 things?
What's that show she's done? What's that talk show she does?
Like Good Morning America or whatever.
It's not that one.
It's not that one.
She's Mrs. CBS, okay? She's Mrs. CBS.
Yeah, because she's married to the guy that owns it.
Mrs. CBS. Oh, but this was even before they became the CW, so I don't even know.
Yeah, this is
anyway,
before, like, everything came out. My favorite part of this episode. My favorite part of this episode is Veronica getting a normal job.
Yeah,
like,
except
I think that was.
I wish Leighton Meester was her coworker because they set that up at the end of season 1.
But she's busy doing Gossip Girl.
She wasn't busy doing Gossip Girl.
She was getting ready.
Gossip Girl was on the CW, and the CW didn't exist yet.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
I've done the math. I did the timeline.
I'm sure she had other
I
things
have
to do.
the receipts. She did not have anything.
And she was like, I don't even know if this thing's going to come back like for a full season. She's like, I'm not tying myself to it.
She should have.
And no, because then she got, 6 seasons of Gossip Girl?
Do you know how amazing it would have been for her to go from, like, Veronica Mars to, like, Gossip Girl?
True.
But also, whatever. It's
I
not
mean,
like
I'm not saying I didn't want her on this because it would have been I fucking love Leighton Meester.
They could have got her for a couple of guest spots. Are we going to have, like, a now, along with our Madison Minute, like a the Carrie Corner?
Carrie Corner. Okay, but then we have to get Leighton on the show. Them's the rules.
If you want a segment, you need to be on our show.
You have to earn your right to have a segment on our podcast. Thank you so much. But I enjoy that we come back from Veronica having this tumultuous end of the year in the last season, and like her being a PI, like really having a fallout at the end there, and like all the shit she went through trying to solve Lily's murder, and like now that that's done, just seeing her try to find normalcy. Normal is the watchword, as they say.
I really like that first scene where what's his name comes in, and
Kelvin.
he's like,
not Fahrenheit. Kelvin. Wait, what's Kelvin? What's Kelvin the measurement of? It's something chemistry.
Anyway.
Fuck you.
I really enjoy. He kind of puts her in her place, and it's something Weevil kind of was hinting at all in season 1 about how she's just visiting, and Kelvin's pretty much like, oh, now that you're with, they make it very clear not to say Duncan, now that you're with your rich boyfriends.
That is correct. That is one of my favorite parts of this episode too. However, Kelvin is a unit of temperature, and it's the standard international unit of thermodynamic temperature. So I wasn't too far off there. But
Insert Homer Simpson nerd clip here.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
But I really do like that point being made in the episode that Veronica's a fucking 09er, basically. She may not have the money, but she's rolling with, like, the best of them.
Oh, and because they're all gonna, like, if Duncan approves her, then she's approved.
And it's not even like she's going out with, like, a low-tier 09er. She's chosen the 2 richest white guys out of all of them. And I'm getting ahead in the episode here, but I love how it ends with Weevil telling her that, like, no one is wrong. Like, you're an 09er now. You can try as you might, you just came here in a fucking limo. Like, what are you doing, Veronica?
And I do enjoy that season 2, she kind of struggles with that.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy that, for the most part, she doesn't acknowledge it. Because she's trying so hard. She doesn't want to be an 09er. Mm-hmm. But baby, you're an 09er.
Yeah. She doesn't even have the whole Lily thing and, like loner type thing that she got pushed into in season 1. Like,
yeah, and since Wallace is not an 09er, but he's by default popular for sports, she doesn't even have that I hang out with the uncool kids.
Yeah, her best friend's the basketball king. Like,
and then also, like, Mac is, like, slowly making her way into the 09er camp, so... And technically, Mac is 09er by blood, but that's another story.
Her bloodline says different, thank you. Wait, how is Mac slowly making her way into 09er?
Because she's dating Beaver.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But not yet. We have another, like, 12 episodes to go.
I'm just saying, but she can't really fall back on that outsider thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like, her best friend is one of them. Everyone, like, is high-fiving him.
Everyone loves
every
Wallace.
turn.
Everyone at that
Everybody
school.
loves Wallace.
Except apparently Kelvin is a little bitter. Which, okay, so when she goes up to his table after, like, she agrees to help Wallace or whatever, and he's like, oh, you're only wanting this now because you're Beard Wallace or whatever. And I'm like, well, duh. Like, what?
But also,
what did you expect?
He's not wrong. I would be bitter too. It's like, oh,
but that's her best friend. It's not also, like it's some rando.
Veronica comes up to him like she's doing it out of the goodness of her heart, and as we've discussed before, Veronica doesn't do anything if it doesn't somehow, like, benefit her. And everyone's been like, and people are gonna start calling her on it, and she doesn't have a really good reaction when her bullshit gets pushed back on her, and I thoroughly enjoy it because it's true. It's like, wow, Veronica, you're such a nice person. Thanks for stepping up. Oh, Wallace needs help? Oh. Like,
I wonder if she would have, let's say Wallace didn't, like, I think another good way to go about this would have been it just being Meg and her trying to help Meg despite
I was just gonna say
Meg being completely out of character this episode and the rest of the season.
Can we just talk about this really quick, because I don't actually want to talk about the Meg stuff. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what the decision was for this to have, because it doesn't make it would have been more emotionally impact if Veronica and Meg were friends, and then she went over the bus, and you could have found a different way for, like, it could have been Meg didn't want to go on the, like, you could have separated them somehow.
Like, she's annoyed at Dick or something, like,
or she doesn't want to ride the limo with her, like, ex.
Yeah,
like,
it could just be she doesn't want to be around Duncan.
You know what, Veronica, don't worry about me, take the limo, I'll take the bus. Like, there was ways around it, but it just seemed like it made no sense for Meg to, like, because that's not Meg.
Yeah,
because Meg, you can be angry, but this is the biggest problem with Veronica Mars is it's the men do the action, but the women pay the penalty.
Yep.
And that's what's happening here. Like, they don't go into it deep enough, but it definitely sounds like pretty much the moment Duncan found out Veronica was not his sister, pretty much, like, cut Meg cool turkey. It was like, cool, I can my choice A, Meg. I'm not going to date the girl that looks like my sister. Okay, bye. And then, like, and then I can have Meg being, like, upset and angry at Duncan, and, like, obviously a little bit upset at Veronica because, like, Meg clearly liked Duncan a lot, but also Veronica didn't do anything. And also,
she didn't.
Meg is such a nice person that to have her pretty much destroy her character after building her for one season, and then to kill her character after it's like, we're gonna, like, destroy the land and then salt the earth so nothing can grow from this. Ugh.
So she has, like, both a really great line in this episode followed by just a what the fuck, Meg? And that's when Veronica first approaches her, and she's like,
Meg, hey. Senior year, huh? We're almost done.
Did you want something?
Well, I heard that you were kicked off the cheerleading squad.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm a major stoner. It was really affecting me, too. I was like, let's go, L-E-T-S.
Can you think of anyone who might have done this to you?
Well, there is this one person. I used to think she was a friend, but yeah, now that I think about it, she'd have no reservations, and she definitely has a talent to pull it off. Let me know if you have any luck tracking her down, okay?
like, it's just such a...
To be fair, though, Meg is also
bitchy.
very correct. but that's not the point.
But it wouldn't be Meg to tell her that.
I know. I hate that I enjoyed this line, but when Veronica, like, goes up to her on the bus and is like, oh, hey, I see that you,
Oh, yeah.
And then
you're back on the cheerleading squad.
Yeah, and she's like,
Hey, so I hear you're back on the cheerleading squad. That's great news.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. They're supposed to pay you or something, right?
Never mind.
I hate that line, but I also really love it.
Yeah, I know. It's like so like
It's such a
she's
great...
right. But
I almost like... That was written for Madison.
Yes,
Let's be real.
yes.
That line was written for Madison,
yeah.
not
That also
Meg.
would have been a good I wouldn't want Madison
I don't
to
want
die.
Madison on the bus. Madison will never be on that bus.
No. I just would have liked Veronica having to help her.
I would have loved Madison to be on the bus, and then it turns out Madison's pregnant with Duncan's kid. Okay, that's the only way I would have taken Madison on the bus, is if it turns out Duncan was the father of her kid.
And naming her Lily after her would be... Oh... Veronica would implode. I think that would have been the end of the series, because Veronica would have just killed herself at that point. She's like, well, this life ain't for me, guys. Adios. Oh, I never even...
So that's like the last I want to talk about Meg, because obviously we'll talk more about her this season, but Meg was a perfect angel that had her wings ripped off her by the devil that is Rob Thomas.
Dragged through the mud. Like, people want to say that Veronica is out of character in season 4 with her bitchiness.
Okay.
But we'll completely overlook this because, oh no, she's right, because it's Duncan and it should be Logan and Veronica. Which, okay, so, as a Logan Veronica stan, watching this episode, wow, should they not be together at the beginning of this? Like, it's so overcomplicated with the relationship right now to see, like, when we find out it's Duncan, but find out she's dating Duncan right now, when her boss is like, your boyfriend's here. And then we see it's Duncan instead of Logan.
I love that reveal, though. It's really
so great, yeah.
It's so sweet. He leaves her a gift. He cleans he busses the table for the customers. But it's, side note, are the customers that daft that they're like, we could pick up the plate and put it over here? They're just like standing there like, and it's like, because I worked in a cafe, so I know where like it'll be so busy and a customer will come up and be like, that table has a cup on it, and it's like, well then move the fucking cup and sit down. Like, my God! What do you want me to do? Like, okay, sorry everyone, I know there's a huge lineup, but this dipshit here needs that one cup clean because they're a fucking moron and can't move it themselves. Sorry, I got a lot of pent-up anger about working in a cafe. And I think it's going to come up a lot this season, because... So just be ready for that, because Veronica's so bad with customer service, so nasty to customer service people in season 1. It's almost like vindication that she gets a lot of shit done to her.
Right?
And it's like... This is why every single person in the world should work retail for a month.
Or just customer service, like...
Customer service for a month, yeah. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Before you derail... Logan. That Duncan and Veronica, like... It feels so easy in this episode. Like, she looks so happy when they're together.
Yeah.
Like, it's I don't know. I really enjoy
we
Logan
don't
and
really
Veronica,
get to
but they're not ready to be with each other right now.
We don't
in any
get
capacity.
a lot of Veronica and Duncan flashbacks in season 1, because a lot of the flashbacks we get of them are usually with Lily, or they are both drugged having sex. So we don't actually get a lot of their relationship. We just know it from Veronica's perspective, but she also has it with like this rose-colored like lenses, because she's like, it's my first love. So it is nice to see.
Was my brother? No, he's not.
I really do enjoy that their relationship is it seems very organic, and it doesn't, I mean, complications will come up, but they're complications that are not brought up by themselves.
Yeah, outside forces.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And oh my god, I love that they used the song Long Time Coming for like their little montage. It's such a good song for them.
Yeah.
It's, even as someone who never really, like, this might be one of the very few episodes where I really like Duncan and Veronica together.
I also just like them at the baseball field, because they just seem very like,
yeah, it was so cute.
Like, because when Veronica's like, you're gonna get love handles from that, and he's like, I have a great
Okay, no, she was fat shaming him, and that was rude. That was super rude. She's like, are you sure you wanna, like, fuck off, it's free food.
Wow.
Like, for someone who claims to not be an 09er, she, like, turning down free food like that? Like, come on, girl. Get your shit together.
I've never believed that I would hear Joe defend Duncan Kane. But
so much, too. Like, good God.
Here we are.
My lord. But I'm sure we're going to get back to where, I don't know.
I know.
It's, I can't.
Joe's still dignitized by Cuban Duncan.
Cuban Duncan. So cute. But what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, this is one of the few episodes where I really enjoy the relationship, and it just looks like Veronica is so happy, and that's all I really want out of this series.
This is
Veronica
the
to
only
have
time
moments of
we will
happiness.
see Veronica happy. This one episode out of the 50 some odd episodes we get.
I don't know.
Or I
She was
guess
pretty
70
happy
some odd
in
episodes.
Welcome Wagon. She was happy there. That was nice. She gets to be happy in premieres, and then
2 out of... I guess was she happy in the season 4 premiere?
Yeah, because Logan came back from leave.
Oh, right.
It was before they got into the complications. It was so happy.
2 out of... Okay, so just really...
The pilot doesn't count, because you have to set the trauma. You have to set that trauma.
Okay,
all 12 things that happened to her in that goddamn episode.
The main mystery this episode is... It's not that it's a bad mystery.
I like it.
It's just the resolution is so half-assed. It doesn't feel like a real resolution. It's
like,
kind of just like...
What did Clemens really get from that conversation?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't get much.
No.
And the shot of her, like, folding her hair, or, like, putting her hair behind her ear to reveal the earpiece. Why are you revealing that? Why are you revealing it so close to them? Why not wait until you get to Clemens? Like, I get the point of the shot to show, but it still looks...
The problem is the mystery needs... Because you wrap up the mystery, and then you still have, like, 10 or, like, 15 minutes left of the episode, because then you have the whole baseball stuff. So it feels like it's not cohesive. It feels very much like 2 episodes, and they're just like, okay, this is the mystery the network wants, but we also need to set up the mystery for the season, but they don't connect in any organic possible way. Oh, who cares? There's a commercial break here.
It's I do enjoy the mystery, but it just ends so just bad. Like,
the best part of there's 2 really good parts about the mystery. The first part is we get this. I think this might be like one of our last Shelley Pomeroy name drops.
Yes,
but I'm also like really glad that it was Shelley Pomeroy's was Meg's replacement. Something about it's just really like it felt right. It felt right, and of course, like Shelley Pomeroy would need her mom to like get her on the the varsity squad, of course.
Right.
But we also got a lot of...
Yeah, because Meg dated Duncan, and Shelley really wanted to date Duncan and Veronica. That's right.
Shelley
did, yeah. Bi icon.
Yeah.
Shelley
we also got some really great Wallace Veronica stuff.
Oh my god.
My favorite thing in this whole episode is when Veronica comes up to him and is like, "Oh, what period do you have office aid?" He's like, I don't have office aid. And she's just like, "That's not gonna actually work for me."
I don't like this change of situation.
I need you to like pass these things by me first before you make big life altering decisions, Wallace. And by life altering, I mean for me.
Did you stop and think how this might affect me? No, you didn't, Wallace. You just listened to your mom as usual, but whatever.
And then I like when they go, when they're looking for the files, and he's like, we're altering files. She's like, altering back files?
It's completely different. And she's like, I can't believe you don't know the model of...
You make model of the cabinets. And she just has like all these keys. She's like, this is going to take a while.
It's really cute because like just that whole thing, and then she gets like kind of grumpy at him for being sarcastic about it. She's like, I was being serious, but okay.
But also, for all of Wallace knew, Veronica was done with this PI thing, so why would he even be an office aide again?
Fair. I never even thought about that. That is entirely true.
But they had some really good stuff. And then when like when Veronica's like calls her dad, and Keith's like, "You beckon."
Oh, that's my favorite. My favorite quotes within that with Wallace, Keith, and Veronica.
About Alicia?
No. It's when Wallace is trying to pee on the...
Oh, okay, no, that's not what I'm going to bring up.
Okay.
When Veronica's like, I'll tell you what we're actually up to, but you can't go running back to your girlfriend. And then it was like, Wallace was kicked off athletics this season. We're gonna fix it, and we're just gonna fix it before Alicia finds out. So just a little hush. And Keith is just like, Jesus fucking Christ! You almost got burnt alive, Veronica. What are you doing?
Can't you just like drop it for one semester, even like not even
just graduate high school? And I don't care what you do.
Wait, the Wallace thing isn't my favorite quote. So let's talk about it. When Keith just comes in and he's trying to... Have you tried twisting your nipples? Trying to be like, it's just...
What's up, honey?
Wallace is having a little trouble giving me a urine sample.
Can't you talk on the phone and paint your nails like other girls?
This is a health class project. Come on, you're a man. Can you give him some pointers?
Wallace.
Yep.
You try turning the water on?
Mm-hmm.
Also, pinching your own nipples can sometimes work.
Ah, man!
Gross!
Honey, it works.
I can barely even look at you now!
I can't believe how squeamish you are.
I just love Veronica's reaction, because she... How many times in season 1 would she, like,
make sex jokes at him and everything?
Yeah.
It's so cute. Like, she's just like, oh god, don't. Oh god, don't.
And then I also really enjoyed the beginning of the episode when Veronica, like, almost like chest bangs Wallace. Senior year!
Fucking love that part. She's so excited. Like, it's just cute to see them, like, be normal teenagers
high
for
school
all
kids.
of 10 minutes. Like,
they had a whole episode of just being... Well, not even a whole episode.
Yeah.
And then we meet Butters Clemens, who has a great introduction when...
It's Vincent Clemens.
When he's kind of like, oh, you don't know who I am. And, like,
Clemens walks by.
He's like, hey, Dad. Hey, son. And Veronica's like, fuck.
Fuck me. God damn it.
And then Wallace is like, you didn't know that he was Clemens' son? He's a freshman. I make it my point not to know about freshmen.
I get that. It's kind of like whenever I work retail, I try to make it a point to not learn cashiers' names because they just cycle in and out.
I make it a point not to learn seasonal people's names because they're seasonal for a reason. And you can kind of tell when the seasonal people, you're like, oh, you're a seasonal person for life. Get used to that.
I did not appreciate Vincent saying that Butters is the name of a weak loser suck-up on South Park, because Butters is the best part of that show.
To be fair, in 2005, he was not developed yet.
Maybe not. But no, we didn't even really learn much. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
That would have been like, what, season 6, 7 or something?
Yeah. So
no,
Butters,
we were getting into some good Butters. Shut up.
Still, Butters was not the icon that he is today, okay?
Okay. I did like going back to Wallace and Veronica.
Do we get a South Park reference in like every season premiere? There better be one in season 3. I'll be really upset.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll get there when we get there. But like, the 2 season premieres have had South Park references, so...
Season 4 didn't.
Well, season 4 doesn't count as a season. So...
It's a new season.
Technically,
God, I hate
season
how they
4
did
is
that.
season 1. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the reason why I'm not buying the DVD.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm just gonna have you make a new cover insert for me. All you have to do is change a number. You can do it easily. I could do it easily,
color,
but I would rather you do it. You're the artist.
Okay.
But back to Wallace and Veronica when they're trying to figure out the whole what happened thing, and she was like implying that maybe he accidentally ingested something, and he has his like fake Jamaican accent.
Unless the results were accurate.
Yeah, man. Maybe I smoked so much ganja I don't even remember doing it.
What if you did ingest an illegal substance, but it was such a mild dose that you weren't even aware of it? Eat any mystery brownies lately?
Spirit boxes. The day of the back-to-school athletics banquet, there were spirit boxes in our lockers. There weren't any brownies in there, but there were cookies.
Did you eat one?
I ate 6.
That's my Wallace.
Yeah.
He's so happy. He's like, no, I ate 6. Like, I finished it. He's so proud. I love it. It's just
Free cookies.
right. Percy just has some like really great fucking delivery in this episode, and I'm glad that we
It
got
makes
so
up
much
for
Wallace
his
and Veronica
kind
here.
of. Yeah, it makes up for him not being much in the finale. I will say that.
In the season 1, there really wasn't.
No,
I'm
there
glad they
wasn't.
did what they did in A Trip to the Dentist, though.
But it is nice that because season 2 adds 3 new main characters, so it could have been very easily for Wallace to fall behind.
Can we talk about the goddess herself, Kristen Ritter, now? Miss Gia.
Let's talk about the Kendall Logan stuff first, and then we'll talk because Gia really ties into like the last
True.
third of the
Okay.
episode. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, Charisma Carpenter, Cordelia fucking Chase herself,
Oh my god, a queen.
has a great entrance.
Damn
Yeah.
fine entrance.
And what is it? She's like, "Do you boys want treats?" And she's like, "Do I look like I fucking
Oh, the
like
Rice Krispie treats. He's like, because Logan's like, I'll take a Rice Krispie treat. Get it yourself. Do I look like a fucking maid? Like, I love it.
Yeah, and I think Kendall is a really great addition to the season because she kind of adds kind of what Lily had in season 1, but more like I picture Kendall's like very similar to what adult Lily would have turned out to be.
Yeah, I could see that, but I think Lily would be more fun with it.
She would be, but
She wouldn't be so stuck up.
Yeah, because we kind of learned Kendall comes from nothing, right? But Lily never had
Yeah.
that coming.
So
from
she
nothing
would
thing.
kind of like, it's kind of the reverse where she's like, I don't care if I have nothing. Like, I'm high on life, Veronica Mars.
Yeah, but it would also be reverse where like Lily would always just be dating like the younger guys, but she would still be flaunting. Like Lily would not need to marry for money; she would just fuck around
True, she has
for like status. She would get married pretty much just to like ensure that she gets her like money.
She's gonna marry some like guy from a trailer to piss off her mom.
Yeah.
And make sure there's no prenup. and like just everything she could do to push Celeste
Some
buttons.
sort of like Vegas ceremony.
Yes, and like send her pictures
or
from it.
Come back from another country with like a foreign husband.
Oh my god. She's just like, so mom, I went to Russia, picked up a husband. He's this farmer. He comes from nothing. She'd be so happy about it.
He's a Cade now. He took my name.
Oh. I think that would piss her off more than Lily taking someone else's name.
Yeah.
He is not a Kane. He will never be a Kane. So speaking of Logan, I guess we could talk about the saddest thing to happen in the series. The saddest death. The worst
His
death.
hair? No, sorry.
Felix, too.
Yeah.
It's... Why? I mean, I get it because he does pack, like, an emotional punch out of the PCHers because, like, who didn't love Felix? Like, he's the greatest.
But also, they do very little with it, which is kind of upsetting.
They give it, like, a bit here and there, but it's so spread out that it doesn't pack as much of a punch if they would have just kept it to, like,
also,
the first half of the season.
Yeah. It's just... It's so stupid to get rid of... It almost feels like they did it because he was stealing too much attention. But that sounds really awful, and I don't think that's the reason. Because they could have killed any PCHer, and it could have still had the same impact. Because it's not like...
We're not expected to grieve for Felix.
Yeah,
we're never given a moment to. Like, it was just like, oh, he's dead. And
it also
Evil's
doesn't help because they kill Felix, and then the same episode they kill a bus full of like high school kids, and there's more time focused on their deaths than Felix's. And it's like, don't stop killing all your really great supporting characters.
Like, as much as I like Hector, he didn't really do much. Like, I'm glad that they brought him back in season 4, but
the best stuff Hector ever did was in season 4.
Yeah, and like, oh, he also has the new Prada, but like, he's enough of a name within the PG-13 gang that we could like know it's gonna affect Weevil, but we still get Felix.
Like, but I also feel like
if they would have taken the time to make us care about him, like they're doing with all these kids on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it would have been more worth it or warranted or whatever, but he's just gone. And it's sad.
It's a good reveal though, like when it pans up and it's just like his dead body. Yeah. But it's also you kill, I don't know, because they kill off so many, not so many characters this season, but
well, kind of more than season 1.
There's just too many to focus on, and there's no, because pretty much all the energy is spent on Meg's death. That's the vital death of the season. So it's like,
but
what's
then
the point of Felix's death besides the fact that it?
And they don't even do that one well. Like,
pushes Logan's. No. Yeah, I feel like it could have been any PCHer, and they could have easily just retconned that he was an important PCHer, and no one would have questioned it, because the PCHers have a really big impact of the first couple episodes of season 1 of Veronica Mars, and then are very rarely used. I don't know if it was like a budgetary thing where it's like we can't actually afford that many PCHers, because you really just saw Weevil with like 1 or 2, but in the first couple episodes he had like a pack with him in the school.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's
a wasted opportunity.
It's Veronica Mars this season has a lot of wasted opportunities, and I think that's my biggest gripe with the season. And because season 1 had them too, but they made up for it in other ways. Where
the main mystery was also more satisfactory of a conclusion of an actual mystery. Like it's hard to compete with that, and that's why like season 2 is not my favorite because of like the plot lines or mysteries. It's because of what they do with the characters, and we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, season 2 is very driven character wise, which I appreciate. But in season 1's definitely more story driven, because we get a lot more the characters are a lot more developed this season, and it
Yep.
fleshed out a lot more, which is nice. Because in season 1, there was still a lot of very much like the characters are very 1 or 2 note, but I feel like this season tries to play around with that.
They know who the characters are now,
And sadly, like Beaver gets the most like really cool developments.
so many better choices.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about Kristen Ritter, who at this point was an unknown gem.
Oh my god! But then she started the 2-season curse with this. She came on to Veronica Mars. It was gone by season 3. Like, I don't know. Kristen Ritter is the greatest fucking person. Like, she's not in enough, and she's not appreciated enough. And
It's the one thing I appreciate about the Veronica Mars movie is they brought her back.
no, because they brought her back in a horrible way. Just
No,
like
I
fuck over
actually
the
really-
character.
Though, like the last part, sure, but I actually really enjoy this. She kind of holds a grudge against Veronica because, like,
Oh yeah, I do like that.
that's like the one time it made sense someone being really angry at Veronica because, like, she. dad-
Not really. Her
No,
dad was a fucking child molester.
I know, but like, I feel like Gia's the type of is the type of person that would never blame her father. She would blame this, so that I can understand, and I really just enjoyed her. It's not even that I enjoyed her character because I don't think I enjoyed her character.
I
just
love
don't like Kristen
Gia.
Ritter.
No, I fucking love Gia.
But she doesn't do enough this season. I don't remember anything she does outside this season except for the first episode she's in, and then the shooting episode, or the school shooting.
Also, where they have to be parents. That episode's great. Like, where she's like, something about gonorrhea or syphilis or whatever. Fucking Veronica's
She does
like,
have
well,
some-
your child's is a whore.
Kristen Ritter can say anything, and I love her.
I appreciate every moment she's on there. Also, the sleepover episode with Madison. Like, you'll get there.
I enjoyed her
I
like
get what
little
you're saying,
introduction where she's like,
Okay, just so everyone knows, I don't always dress like this. I didn't know if you guys were doing like relaxed beachy or the West Coast wannabe East Coast urban. So, FYI, it's not a statement. We're just doing the new school blend-in thing.
It's not a statement.
This isn't necessarily what I wear. I'm just feeling the ground. But I love that outfit. Like, that is so quintessential early, mid-2000s.
And I also, as much as we hate Dick Casablancas for obvious reasons, I also love when he's like, hi, I'm a friend.
Yes! Oh my god, he actually
And it's just like, don't take any drinks from him.
Oh my god. Yeah, why didn't anyone... I loved Meg's, like, smirk when Gia was up there. Like, it felt like she really liked her. Like, she was like,
A missed opportunity. Meg and Gia, girls against the world.
Mm-hmm. When Dick has 2 great lines, and it's there's a follow through on it, because the first is when it's a flashback to Logan and Veronica still together, and we find out some information on Trina, which is great.
Her sister is negotiating with networks to sell her version of the Aaron Eccles story. I think the sticking point is she's insisting she play herself. Producers, on the other hand, are insisting on Tara Reid.
Trina wasn't even around.
Who do you suppose cares? I've always wanted a TV movie version of my life. Do you think they can get Tom Welling to play me?
Dream on.
Logan. And Logan's special lady friend who I approve of wholeheartedly and without reservation.
Dick.
Like, I just... Like, Dick's trying to learn to, like, oh, I gotta be nice to her now, so let me...
Yeah.
Also, she's a little too close for comfort for him, to where, like, one slight thing and she'll just fucking ruin his world, which he deserves.
Rightfully so.
The follow-through on that is at the baseball game when Dick comes up to Duncan and Veronica.
We're not taking that stank-ass bus back to Neptune. My dad's sending a limo. Would you and your girlfriend, whose quick wit I find enchanting, like to take the trip back in style? This dumbass said it was cool.
I love it. He sprinkles her with compliments now.
Dick
It's just...
knows
It's
how
so
to,
Dick to
Dick's-
think like that's gonna make everything
he's
okay.
such a suck up though. He such a schmoozer. He knows how to play the room, and
He does.
hate him, but I unapologetically hate him, but I love him this season. So
Yes.
I don't know where to go from
Right.
there.
Like, it's not my fault. I didn't write this.
I don't have answers for anyone here. I know I'm garbage, and Dick can do whatever he wants.
At least we're not defending Spike post rape.
To be fair,
But
no,
say it.
let's
Fucking
no. I don't
say
want to
it.
get into like. No, I don't want to get into
Okay,
that.
we
It
won't.
just seems like it's way too.
That'll be another 40 minutes added on to this podcast.
I don't want to get into that kind of stuff.
Fair. This the episode because I can't remember if the quote's on it. Is this the one where it has to be where Dick's like calling for Miss Dumbass?
Yeah.
Miss Dumbass.
It's Dumas, Dick.
Well, my name's pronounced Richard, and it stinks back here. I think someone died.
Oh, so, quick side note. She, Miss Dumas, won a challenge on America's Next Top Model to guest star in this episode, and I remember how like, because I watched America's Next Top Model back then. And I was like so excited. I'm like, she's gonna be on Veronica Mars. My worlds are colliding.
In such an unexpected way too.
And she did not deserve to win that challenge. I remember that fully. And she did a shit job in this episode, as we can all tell. And I hated her on Top Model. I just side note. And then later on in the season, we have another Top Model competition where another contestant is on Veronica Mars.
It was so odd of a like crossover.
Because I'm pretty
I was
sure
all
they aired
for
the
it,
same
but-
night. I think they aired the same night.
Maybe?
I could be wrong though, but I feel like they aired the same night. But anyway,
But she was
for
a new
anyone out
journalism
there,
teacher, so
she, yeah, not for long.
No.
But she does pop up later in the season. I remember that because she's the one. She's having an affair with Terrence Cook, right?
Yes. But I don't think
Yeah.
she's in it again.
No, they have photos of her.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, she is a model.
So we get to meet the, I guess, big bad of the season.
Okay, so I appreciate with Woody Goodman that in that scene where we meet him, they drop the hint that he coached some of the kids there in Little League.
Yes.
Like, that is such a good little...
It wasn't really a drop in a hint. He just straight out says he coached some of them.
Not like...
in Little
No,
League.
like dropping a hint that
Yeah.
he has links to these kids prior to this moment.
Beaver's
Like,
just sitting there like...
yeah, you do. Yeah, you did. You did this. I'm gonna kill everyone.
He will always be the dad from It Takes Two with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. That's the only role he'll ever be.
Gutenberg.
And then we also meet Terrence Cook in this episode, and there's a little bit of confrontation between the two of them.
I like the when Veronica meets him and like gushes like how much her dad loves him, and it's just
Tell him thanks for me.
When my dad finds out about this, he's not gonna let me wash his hands.
So who's your favorite player?
Tell him. Be honest.
It's Johnny Damon, isn't it?
He's so pretty.
like I get that. I get that on a
But
on a
also
very
again,
gay
this is another
spiritual
great,
level.
Duncan Veronica moment because it's so cute
Yes!
where he's like, tell him, like it's really cute. It's very
adorable.
coupley.
It is a very cute little moment. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
They have really good scenes in this episode.
They do. So then we get so we get on the bus. Veronica gets off the bus at the gas station. Meg, yeah, we're all here, and like Miss Dumas doesn't like do a head count. Like, okay.
Oh wait, Veronica wasn't on the limo. Never mind. I said that earlier in the episode. That was a dumbass mistake. That was
also
a
don't-
Dumas mistake.
What I don't understand, I mean, I feel like they never would have taken a bus there in the first place. I'm like, just because it's like Neptune High, I just feel like the 09ers would have had like a town car, or not a town car, like a They would have gone there in style.
Or like their own car.
It just seems weird. Their own,
like I'm sure one of them has
because they're all
big enough SUV.
Because they're all adults, not all adults. They all drive.
Yeah, they all have the money for a car.
But anyway, so we'll talk about my least favorite scene in this entire episode. Maybe my least favorite scene in this entire series is Veronica seeing Lily Kane's fucking ghost. No. That was stupid.
It was only stupid because they left it there. If they would have done something more with it, it would have been really great.
It was so stupid. It makes no sense. Why could she just not have, like, walked and seen Weevil? Why did they need to add this weird element to it that doesn't go anywhere, doesn't add anything? It's just... It's not even Amanda Seyfried.
They just wanted to call back to Lily.
But it's stupid. It's honestly one of the biggest missteps. Veronica Mars is
You're
done a lot of
being a
stupid
drama
stuff.
queen about it. You're being
I hate
really
it.
dramatic
It just
about
makes
this.
no sense. I hate when...
And it's all of us, like 1.5 seconds.
But it makes no sense.
You're right, because they didn't do anything more with it, but
like
being a little dramatic.
Just have her see Weevil. That's it. We don't need a fucking like specter to be like, come on, Veronica Mars. Like,
honestly, the scene is worth it to see you worked up so much.
It angers me. I don't know why it angers me
That's
so
the point
much.
of this.
Because
that's the point of this.
Because I enjoy the Weevil stuff, and
yeah,
it's nice to have it, but also they could have got it more. This episode takes a lot of shortcuts. That's the problem with this episode.
Yeah,
they take a lot of shortcuts.
And this is a Rob Thomas episode, isn't it?
I don't understand why this episode was not like a... They could have made it a two-parter or like worked it differently, because there's some really good elements if they were their own episodes, but it feels like there's 2 or 3 episodes pushed in here, and
it'd be different if there was like no filler in the season, but like there is.
And it's not like they just couldn't figure out how to piece it together, so they're just like, we'll just like cut it weirdly, and like it just feels like they filmed a much longer episode and we're like, oh fuck, we didn't film enough for 2 parts, but we filmed too much for 1 part.
Let's cut 20 minutes.
And I should have checked before we recorded, because the season 2 DVD has deleted scenes.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure there must be deleted scenes for this episode.
But that wouldn't even fix most of the issues.
No.
Like the whole Meg shit, like it would just be more infuriating. Like they would do more to drive home that she's suddenly this like vindictive asshole.
Because it's like they wrote Madison and they're like, oh shit, it's meant to be Meg, not Madison. Whatever.
I don't want to throw out these great lines, so
yeah, it's like, well, you know what? No one will notice. No one ever cares about his Logan. So that's my little TED talk about that.
I guess
I really enjoy when Veronica calls Wallace, right?
What are you doing?
And then I love that Weevil like drives back. It's so sweet.
Like, it's just such it's a good callback to the relationship of how like no matter where they're at, Weevil is gonna try to take care of Veronica. Like they're bonded at this point. Like whether or not it's a platonic or not feeling towards her, it's there. And
his sister makes a really good point in season 4 when it's like, what the fuck is going on with you? Like, what is this?
It's true.
Nothing.
It's true. Like he'll always, without a doubt, be there for Veronica.
Yeah.
And there's just the fact that after like dragging her like across that fucking gas station, like to just turn around and be like, hey, I got you. Like it's just it's such a great relationship.
So then we get the mystery of the
crash.
season. We get a bus crash. I remember very, very vividly when I first watched this, because we had the one TV in the living room and I was watching Veronica Mars, and my mom came down and is like, I'm kicking you out of here. I'm like, I got 5 minutes left of this. Let me just watch the end of this episode. And then the bus crashes, and I just remember her saying, she's like, so did they just kill everyone? I'm like, and I'm like, I don't know. She's like, why would they crash the bus? I'm like, I don't know. I was like having this moment of like,
shut up, Mom!
What is going on? Because I'm just like, Meg was on the bus. I'm like, what's going on? And my mom was just asking me all these like questions. And I'm like, I need to process what I just saw before I can answer anything. Then she just kept like saying it was stupid. I'm like, that's how I remember this episode.
That's so sad. I appreciate also how they shot the scenes inside the bus with Veronica and Meg to like not show anyone else really, so that they can like, bring so back they can add people throughout the season. Like, oh yeah, you were on the bus, like pretty soon, because there's like a couple empty seats around them. Like they start to add so many people that you're like, that bus wouldn't have been that empty. Like,
I really enjoy on The Flash kind of did that a couple seasons ago. There was like a public transit bus, and like all these people get powers, but you don't really see them. But all throughout the season, these like bus people show up, and it's like,
did you take a bus on December 5th at 2:00?
Yeah,
like, that's annoying.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Probably why.
Exactly.
I take the bus daily, dude.
So yeah, that's the end.
We're setting up for the big season.
Oh, I did enjoy Gia. I was just like, it just went over. It just went over. She was like hysterical. It just kept driving.
The GPS said turn left, and he did. He did.
And then it never really like crossed my mind, except for this episode. For some reason, it really hit home. Duncan thought Veronica was on that bus. Like, how devastating! Like, he thought she was on that bus.
I never thought of that.
And then he like, because when he runs over to her, he's like, like he grabs her really like tight, and I'm like, but it just clicked this time. I'm like, because he thought she was dead.
Well, that makes that scene a bit better then.
Yeah,
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, because he doesn't know she didn't get on the bus. I also don't understand why Veronica called Wallace and then just called Duncan's cell phone and be like, yo, turn around.
I'm still here. Probably because it got her off of the limo. She didn't have to be in it anymore.
But still, again.
Or not anymore.
So
she wasn't even in it, Joe. God,
Veronica would rather inconvenience Wallace than have to ride in the limo and inconvenience herself for 20 minutes.
Yep. Sounds about Veronica. I never even put that together either. That's so rude. Hey, I know I'm like 30 minutes away, but can you make an hour long trip?
Drop what you're doing, because it's probably also like, yeah, it's just the limo could have turned around. Like at some point, it could have found a way to get back to that gas station.
Oh fuck!
Because she would have just called Dick and be like, "Hey, Dick, I need a ride," and he would be like, "Of course, I'll come get you," because he's like a suck up right now.
Right? He's like, I'll send another car for you.
Yeah, exactly.
She'd be like, "Oh, okay, I can do that." You have anything else for the episode?
Not a great start to the season.
True, but we'll get that with Pirate
Points. But I am excited to talk about season 2. What season 2 really has going for it is, like you said, the characters.
Yep. There's a lot of good character shit.
There's a lot of good character shit. There's a lot of good, like, new characters introduced this season. I think we're going to have fun with this. Because I had fun with season 1.
Well, in fairness, though, there was, like, only one episode of season 1 we really were not looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
Though I can't think of any for season 2 either, but like...
But I
don't know. Season 1's always a really good ride.
Season 2 doesn't have a lot of episodes where I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to talk about that episode. Season 1, there was so many where I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's true.
But
Especially the last
like,
half.
Yeah, but season 2 is like, well, I like that episode. Oh, that'll be fun to talk about. But there's really nothing where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to fucking talk about like this or that.
True.
I am excited to talk about, the only thing I'm excited to talk about really is the Mac Beaver relationship, because that is the most interesting thing this season.
And also the most tragic thing of this season.
Well, this season has a lot of tragic things, but
I think that's probably the most. All right, let's get into some segments and remember if I can remember how to do this.
As kind of a side project, I dispense fashion advice.
So, for this segment, we like to talk about the fashions of 2005. What outfits we did like, what outfits we didn't like, and all those in between. Do you have a favorite of the episode?
Gia's first day outfit.
Oh my god! Okay, that's my second favorite. I have two just in case. I fucking love that outfit.
Gia's first day, just only because she addresses it.
Yes, yes.
This episode and season have a lot of polos for some reason. A lot of polos, and
they
Veronica
really
wears
do.
Veronica wears a lot of t-shirts this season, which Veronica doesn't layer up very much this season, which I really appreciate.
It's
but
like
she
one
also
layer.
Does not wear that. Like, she wore like this blue tie-dye shirt earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Veronica, you're dating a cane now. Can you just like...
She's doing it.
She
thought she might be seen by Celeste, and she's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna wear some fucking rags around."
That's why
this
she
bitch.
needs to stay friends with Meg, because Meg would be like, "Sweetie, you're dating royalty now. You need to like, fucking."
Meg could have been her gay friend. She needs a sassy gay friend, and that could have been Meg.
Because it can't be Wallace. He's too much of a jock.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite though, Veronica. I believe after it's revealed that her and Duncan are get together, she has like this black leather jacket and this like purple wine colored like shirt under it with this big belt buckle. Like, I fucking love that outfit. It looks so good on her. Like, she looks like a little badass. Fucking love it. Anything else?
No. Kendall's bikini, because it's just a great entrance with her like shawl.
Oh my god, where she like does the reveal. And I'm glad they kept her tattoo. It didn't make her have to get rid of it.
They didn't have the budget for that.
Well, she was about to get in water too, so it's just gonna rub off. And plus they're like, she's gonna be like naked most of the season. Like, we don't want to have to do this every time.
Like, if she's comfortable, let's just go with it.
All right, let's get on to our next segment.
These are the jokes.
In this segment, we'd like to talk about our favorite quote of the episode. Whatever line or exchange gave us usually the biggest laugh. Sometimes, very rarely, it's also an emotional punch. But mine today is a fun one, so
go for it.
I'll go for it. It's where it's after Wallace leaves the Mars place, and Keith asks Veronica how her first day at school was.
So, senior year. How was your first day of school, honey?
Great. I beat up a freshman, stole his lunch money, and then skipped out after lunch.
What, no premarital sex?
Oh, yeah. Yes. But don't worry, Dad. I swear you're gonna like these guys.
That's my girl.
I missed you.
I missed you too. Now where's my turkey pot pie, woman?
Like, it's such a good one, and there's a lot of like sexual jokes between the two in this, but it's mainly Keith giving it back now. And
yeah, Keith is like, you know what?
She's 18 now. You can hear it. Like, we're gonna go into this. I love it. That was my favorite quote.
So wait, side note, I don't understand how she's 18. Because when
her birthday's like after the school year starts, right? Isn't it like August?
It was during the summer.
I think it's August.
But I feel like she'd be turning 17 then, and then she'd be turning 18 next year. because I turned 18 in February of my senior year. Because I was, unless, like, that's the one thing that always throws me off.
That is actually really weird because, well, no.
Because then she'd be 19 next year.
Because I was born end of July.
Yeah.
So.
How old were you when you went into grade 12? You were 17.
Yes, I was 17. I graduated at 17 as well because my
exactly.
birthday wasn't till the summer after. Or the summer, yeah.
She should have also graduated at 17.
I don't know. It could have also been since her birthday's in August. So this happens a lot in American schools. If she turns like 5 after the school year starts, she has to wait the next year to go to school. So she could have been. It very well could have been that way. She was probably born in 87 then.
Because like for the most part in Canada, it's like pretty much the year you're born.
Because me and her graduated the same year.
So in theory, you guys should be the same age.
But since she's a month later in school, I know. Well, no, because in Northern California, school started in September, but in Phoenix, school started in August. So I mean, it's really dumb how they do it here. It always
threw me off, and it just feels like a way for them to have her
be 18.
Yeah. Because it always, because I turned 18 my senior year in February, and because I was older than everyone, because you
have a February birthday.
Yeah, exactly. So like, because I remember a lot of my friends were still 17 when we graduated. So it's just weird that I guess because it's the States. Because I'm thinking like in Canada, if she graduated when she was 19, she could technically be buying booze.
That's also why I had to wait until like end of July to come visit. When I went out, because I wasn't going to be 18 until like after. I think I flew out like a day or two after my birthday.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that always kind of like stuck with me and was weird. But okay, continue. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all I have. It was a really great quote. What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote is such a throwaway line, but it always gives me
really
good
it is.
crack up.
Of course it is.
You never played Little League?
Oh, well. Mom was afraid a ball would hit me in the face. Dad was afraid it would interfere with mock UN, and I was afraid I couldn't hit a curveball.
I'm afraid you're going to get love handles if you eat all that.
I have an excellent metabolism.
Because I could that's such a Celeste reasoning.
Yes,
and I love it so much.
Not the cane face.
So
exactly
face. Yeah, it's so stupid. And I'm like, even when she's not there, Celeste has like left this huge impact on Duncan's life. And of course he wasn't allowed to play anything that had things flying at him.
Right? Like, he couldn't have balls flying at his face. Like, if he were to break his nose and have like a large weird nose.
I'm surprised he was allowed to play soccer.
Well, oh yeah. But I mean, I feel like baseball's a bit more dangerous, oddly.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like getting hurt. Like soccer, I don't know.
Soccer, the ball's also like
plus
softer.
The ball comes from below, so it would like go hit the nose upwards versus like crushing it.
Yeah.
Like to get hit by a bat or a fucking ball going fucking 80 miles per hour at your face.
But I enjoy those kind of stupid lines because it also like adds just like it's stupid quotes like that and lines like that help develop characters, and I always really appreciate that.
It's true. So next segment?
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's Madison's turn. It's time for a Madison Minute.
That is our new Madison Minute segment.
Yeah. And we're
if you listen to the last episode,
just go.
Miss Amanda Norrit herself. I know, you just keep interrupting. If you listen to the last episode where we interviewed Amanda Norrit, she very, very graciously recorded a new line for our Madison Minute segment because she is a queen and Madison is the greatest. So what do you have for our return to Madison Minute?
Okay.
We kind of talked about it throughout the episode, but...
drug scandal at Neptune High. Madison is all the fuck over it. Of course.
Of course she is.
Of course. So she of course knew. Of course, Meg Manning's been doing drugs ever since Duncan left her. She's been so on. You know what? I wish Amanda would just come in and record all of these, because like I just need her to like do this in my in her voice. Yes. But she totally believes that like, and then yeah. So of course Meg does drugs. Of course Wallace Fennell does drugs. Like I'm not.
He didn't
racist,
get that good at basketball.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
and I'm not racist, but
all over that. And then of course the big reveal is they're not actually doing it. She's like, whoever said they were is like, of course I believe Meg. Meg's like a saint. Wallace is a star. How could we not believe him? Shelley Pomeroy, I'm never going to one of your parties again.
How dare you? And it's in that moment that Madison ostracized Shelley Pomeroy from the school, and we never hear from her again.
Yeah. And then as much as I would love her to be on the bus trip, I don't want to put Madison in harm's way.
No. No.
And I have a lot to say about where she'd be in the next episode for the aftermath.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
So what would Madison be doing for you?
So I feel like I would have actually I would have rather just her been part of the scandal instead of Shelley. Like, but not actually have been in on the parent group. Like, she just accidentally got... It was just... Yeah, like, they just wanted to take out Meg as it was.
Yeah.
And she was just, like, a bystander. Like, oh, well, I guess I got this now. And she just... I just think it would have been a great way to have some Veronica and Madison scenes to where Veronica has to grill her about the whole boat funds,
boatload of
whatever fun. Boatload of fun. Jesus fucking Christ!
A buttload of fun is something quite different, Joe.
Isn't it ever?
That's our production company we're starting.
I hate you. But yeah, I just she would have had Shelley Pomeroy's part, and that's what I would have seen.
So I have another answer because you.
Oh God.
You just kind of like sparked something in me.
Oh God.
So instead of Meg being kicked off cheerleading, Madison's kicked off cheerleading, and she goes to Veronica needing help, pissed as fuck, but also knowing Veronica's the only one that can help her.
Oh, but Veronica... Meg gets her spot. Meg is the one that gets Madison's spot, and that brings her back in.
For sure. That doesn't add to my story.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And Veronica's like, so pretty much instead of having Kelvin, have Madison come to Veronica, and then Veronica be like, Madison, I'm going to help you. And she's like, of course you are, because I noticed Wallace Fennell is also off the team now.
Oh my God, it would be even better, like, one up that. Madison is the reason Wallace got kicked off for some reason. Like, she, I don't know, like, somehow gets it, like, forges test. I don't fucking know how,
so
but
Madison,
like, she masterminds
really
this.
Oh my God.
But
no, you can't give her too much credit. That's the thing.
No, I don't think it would be, like, she... Not like mastermind, but she like went for Wallace because she knew if Wallace was in on it or whatever, Veronica would help her.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so now you come crawling to me.
Okay, so there's lots of Madison could have been doing in this episode.
There is, and yet again, we don't get her. Ugh. All right,
but we do, don't we? In our hearts.
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Let's go into our next segment.
Go Pirates!
In this segment, we like to talk about our MVP, our most valuable pirate, whichever character sparked the most joy in this episode for us, or whoever we felt contributed the most within it. What you got, Travis?
I'm giving it to Kendall because she just had a great introduction.
Okay.
Also, we didn't really talk about it, but I love the reveal when Logan walks in and she just derobes.
Oh God,
and
yeah.
Like, turns to him and is like, "You coming?"
Kristen Carpenter does sex better than anyone else. I
It's
swear to
so
God. She's so
funny
confident in it.
because like Cordelia started that way, and then on Angel, her sexuality was no longer her like card, like her one card that she could play, and like to see her kind of come back.
They even
to
have an
that,
episode about it.
Yeah, but it's nice, especially since like Charisma Carpenter. She's not old, but was older. Because they could have got like a 20-year-old to do it, and Charisma Carpenter's in like her 30s around this point. But she looked fucking good.
She looked phenomenal.
Good. And like,
God.
I wish there was more to Kendall as a character, because I think Charisma
could have done it.
Unfortunately, Charisma has been. I don't know why I keep calling her Charisma like we're friends. Charisma Carpenter has definitely been like pigeonholed in these roles after Angel, and like because on Charm she was like the sexy seer and like all that, but like so her introduction is like one of my favorite character introductions, and that's why she gets it, because I don't think she'll get it again.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
And that's why she's on the cover of this episode, so go for you, Joe.
That's why she's on the cover of this episode?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I'm pretty
we
sure
didn't talk about this, but that's fine. That's fine. It's cool.
It's also because
right.
I haven't rewatched all season 2, so I haven't been able to see who's going to be on the covers. So it's going to be a week-to-week basis, Joe.
Oh my God. Great. This is going to be fun. That'll lead to so many great fights.
But I feel like we got into more fights because we set this... last time we set it so far ahead, and then you got angry that certain characters were in it.
Yeah, well, justice for Wallace. Justice for Wallace. That's all I'm saying.
Wallace will have plenty of covers this episode.
No, fuck it. I didn't have an MVP. I'm giving it to Wallace. He's going to Wallace. Wallace is my MVP because fuck you. And
because he didn't get enough covers last year.
He didn't, and that's not even going to give him a cover. But like, at least he'll be on the MVP. I just think he had a lot of really great moments in this episode, and
he did.
I might have given it to Keith or Veronica in this, but Keith just had some fun lines. He didn't really do much, but like
Keith was
quickly
like a
go
side
onto the computer.
In this episode.
Yeah, Wallace got more than him. That was great, but odd. Like I enjoyed it.
Well, don't worry, tides are changing, so.
God, they are. It's so depressing to think. Plus, I don't know when I'm going to be able to give Wallace MVP again, so I might as well give it when I can. Loved him. He had some amazing lines, and it was great to see him doing something not... I mean, it was basketball related, but it also wasn't basketball related, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it was like just him and Veronica's friendship.
Yeah.
And
him having
rest in peace to that.
Deserves the VIP. Oh, side note, we didn't talk about it. I love when Veronica's like flicking the pea stick.
Yes!
He's like, I take your word for it. I take your word.
Right. But that was like right after the whole like nipple thing. Like when he pressed her out, and she's like, "Oh no, I got you now. Take this pea stick." All right, let's go on to the last segment of our episode.
Pirate points are earned by being a contributing member of the school.
Pirate points. One of our favorite parts of our segments, I think, but mainly just because we get to hear Madison talk about pirate points every time.
We should have got her to record a thing.
I was thinking that, but like, I really like what we have. Like,
okay, yeah, we should just re-record it.
We got the origin story of pirate points with her
this is
brownie
true.
points.
Okay,
fucking Kimmy.
Anyway,
so at the end of every episode, we figure you pretty much know how we felt about it, whether or not we liked it, loved it, somewhere in the middle. So we like to just have fun with this part. Instead of giving it a letter score or a numerical score, we just say how many pirate points we think the episode earned by being a contributing member of the school. How many pirate points are you giving it, Travis?
So I give this episode enough pirate points to pass the mandatory drug test.
Okay. You thought long and hard on that one, I could tell. What was this done? 5 minutes before recording? It's okay, mine was done 15 minutes before. Because I'm giving it enough pirate points to get a second top model to act on your show after killing the first.
I would just
One
like to
is
point
never
out,
enough.
they get such the winners of these they always get my least favorites.
Isn't the other one named Kim?
Okay, she's on the episode of Joss Whedon. We'll talk about that.
Can't wait to talk about him.
I think it's Driver's Ed,
podcast.
not Driver's Ed,
because I get to say everything I want. Yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did,
welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm really looking forward to doing season 2. It's my favorite season of the show. I wish I liked this episode more than I remember, but I'm really excited for next week's episode 2, because that is the episode that was it that episode? Yeah. Driver Ed is the episode that I got into the show with, so I'm super stoked to talk about that.
I thought it was episode 3 that you got into.
Wasn't it? It's the Diane Ruggiero episode, and she wrote Driver Ed.
Well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Am I wrong? I remember I was wrong when I first said it, and then I corrected it back in episode 2 or 3 that we were talking about. But I'm pretty sure it's whatever episode Diane Ruggiero wrote, because she wrote the "Why do birds suddenly appear every time you're near" line, and that's what hook, grabbed, and sinkered me. Anyway, regardless, if you enjoyed our return today, go to whatever podcast app you're using and find the rating system if it has it. For instance, iTunes likes to use little stars. So drag your thumb to the bottom of that screen, find that 5th star, and give it a little
tappa, tappa, tappa.
And let us know that you enjoyed this episode and the podcast in general. Other than that, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or shit, you just want to talk Veronica Mars, you can send an email to veronicamarspod@gmail.com, or if social media is an easier way for you to communicate, you can find us on Instagram or Twitter @veronicamarspod on both of those. We would love to talk to you. Let us know how you're feeling about the show, anything you might want to see, anything you don't want to see anymore, just let us know. Outside of that, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I am @Ojo on those. That is OHJEAUX. What about you, Travis?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram @Travis Truant. That's Travis and then TRUANT.
Perfecto, my Italian friend. Other than that, we will see you. Are you not Italian? Are you not Italian?
Anyway, where will
your
we
silence is deafening. Well, sorry. Fuck it.
So anyway, will see you next week, and we're hoping you're having a better time than those dipshits on the bus. Bye.
Wow. Wow. You're trying to steal my gig right now, and I really don't appreciate this. You remember the last time you tried to drive an episode?
Season 2.
Do you remember the last time?
Was it the Charmed episode?
I don't remember, but you could not do the outro to save your life.
Season 2 is the year of Travis, okay?
Everything's coming up, Trevor. It
really is, though.
Good
it
for
really
you.
Is.
Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys next week, and I hope you're having a better day than Meg Manning's character assassination. Oof. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Worse than JFK. Bye.
You tried to say Veronica Mars. We get it. Girl detectives are bitchier than regular detectives. Not into it.